Sometimes a story doesn't need words, only motions, visuals, and feelings. Hey everyone, welcome back to Movies on the Brain. I'm Jason, and today I'm exploring the mesmerizing world of Flow, directed by Gens Zilla Lotus. Zilba Lotus. This entirely wordless animated film invites us into a beautifully surreal journey filled with striking imagery, emotional depth, and captivating soundscapes. With no voice actors to highlight this time around, this review might be shorter than usual, but trust me, there's plenty to talk about. Let's dive into this unique cinematic experience. Flow opened in theaters on November 22nd, 2024, with a budget estimated to be $3.7 million. During its 20-week theatrical run, it earned $4.7 million domestically and $23.4 million internationally, making a worldwide total of $28.2 million. Its opening weekend saw it earn $50,811, finishing in the box office at number 18, behind the likes of Venom, The Last Dance, Bonhoeffer, Red One, Gladiator 2, and Wicked numbers 5 through 1, respectively, with Bonhoeffer, Gladiator 2, and Wicked all opening the same weekend. Its final week in theaters saw it earn $17,629, finishing its box office run at number 39. A dark gray cat wanders through a forest. A pack of dogs arrives by the river to catch fish. When two dogs fight over a fish, the cat takes the fish and is chased by the dogs. The cat escapes but notices a deer stampede before it is caught by a flood. The cat and dog survive the flood and reach higher ground. The yellow Labrador River follows the cat to its abandoned cabin with wooden cat sculptures. They both notice the water level rising. The Labrador joins the other dogs on a boat. As the flood consumes the cabin, the cat climbs atop a giant cat statue until the water reaches the top of the statue's head. As the rising water completely submerges the statue, the cat jumps into an approaching sailboat with a capybara aboard. The next morning, as the boat sails through a partially submerged forest, the cat goes overboard while trying to avoid a white secretary bird, and it begins to sink. A mutated whale saves it from drowning, but another secretary bird seizes it, and during flight, the cat catches a glimpse of massive stone pillars in the distance. The secretary bird then releases the cat over the boat. Soon after, as the water level continues to rise, the capybara invites a ring-tailed lemur to hop aboard with its basket of trinkets. While sleeping, the cat has a dream where it is being circled by a herded deer and looks to the massive stone pillars before being swept away by a flood. The cat then wakes up. Later that day, the three animals land on shore and are joined by the Labrador. They encounter a flock of secretary birds that show hostility towards them, causing the cat to run away. The younger secretary bird that first encountered the cat pleads with the leader to spare its life, only to lose in a duel and have its wing injured before the flock abandons it. With a diminished ability to fly, the secretary bird joins the crew. The crew arrives at a half-submerged city near the base of the massive stone pillars. The Labrador takes the lemur's glass float to the secretary bird to play fetch. The secretary bird kicks it off the boat. The lemur gets angry and starts fighting with the secretary bird who is steering the boat. Due to loss of control, the boat's mast is caught in a tree. The whale breaches out of the water and the waves generated help free the boat from the tree. After learning from the capybara, the cat improves its ability to swim and catch fish. Later, the crew sees the other dogs stranded in a bell tower and rescues it. As the boat sails through the huge stone pillars during a heavy storm, the secretary bird flies away. The cat falls off the boat but swims ashore. It climbs the stairs to the top of a stone pillar and finds the secretary bird there on a labyrinth-like carving on the floor. For a short duration, gravity vanishes and a bright portal opens above them. They are both temporarily weightless, but the cat floats back to the ground while the secretary bird flies towards the light and disappears. The cat rushes down the stairs and tries to swim back to the boat, but it is too far. It finds the lemur's glass float and uses it to stay afloat. The water level drops quickly as massive fault lines open in the earth, draining the water. While roaming through the forest, the cat finds the lemur. They find the boat hanging on a tree. The dogs jump off the boat, but as the capybara is about to exit, the tree begins to fracture. The cat climbs the tree and passes the boat's rope to the lemur and dogs, who pull the boat toward them. When a rabbit scampers by, the other dogs abandon the Labrador and its friends. The cat falls but is caught by the capybara. They both manage to jump off the boat before it falls with the tree into a ravine below. Just as the crew celebrates, another deer stampede occurs. The cat flees but stops when it comes upon the whale beached in the forest. The cat comforts the whale, looking at the massive stone pillars, and then sees its reflection in a puddle of water surrounded by its friends. In a post-credit scene, a whale is seen surfacing the ocean. I'll be honest, watching the trailer, I didn't really like the animation, but just from the first few seconds of the actual movie, I really enjoy what I see. I love that we get a really cool shot of the cat standing in the sunlight, making it look like a silhouette. Such a beautiful shot. I'm going to be saying that a lot here. The dog catching fish, then fighting over one, only for the cat to get that one, then to get chased by the dogs. Seems like something that would happen in real life too, not just in movies. The cat outsmarting the dogs to get away is pretty par for the course as well. By the time the flood happens, I can already tell how this movie won Best Animated Movie at the Oscars. That scene is just so beautifully animated, from the dogs running back by the cat to the stampede of the deer to the flood itself. Just some gorgeous animation. I love the tracking shot of the cat as it's running. The secretary bird is so well animated as well. For it to be a bird, I imagine the animation process was harder than the dogs, deer, or cat, or even the capybara or the lemur. Golden retriever following the cat and scaring the secretary bird. It's honestly so satisfying to watch because at this point in time we aren't sure what the deal is with the secretary bird. Another gorgeously animated shot of the water slowly rising towards the house the cat is staying at. They did a fantastic job animating the water in general in this, I feel like. The cat climbing up the giant cat statue and looking over the land is one of the most beautiful scenes early on. Just absolutely gorgeous. It says in the plot summary that there's a whale that breaches. To me, it doesn't look like any whale I've seen before, but I do like how it looks. The capybara being the cat savior isn't something I expected, but I like how the capybara is animated. The ring-tailed lemur being a curious animal is such a fun scene that before you see it actually makes you worry about the cat and the capybara. The cat being saved by the whale only to be caught by the secretary bird is such a sad scene, and also made me jump when the bird grabbed the cat. The animation of the deer in the nightmare sequence is fantastic, and I like that we can really tell the personalities of each animal on the boat. The cat is kind of annoyed at the lemur for being curious, the capybara sleeps after eating, and the lemur is obsessed with shiny things. The secretary bird trying to give the cat a fish, only for two others to come in and take the fish. It's a bittersweet scene because not only is the secretary bird trying to help, it's also being forced not to help. The two secretary birds getting into a fight, one of them being the one who tried to help the cat, and the other being, I'm assuming, the alpha, while the rest of the flock and the cat watched after the alpha pins the other down is pretty sad, but followed up with the cat and capybara coming up to the bird is such a great follow up, because I feel like it adds another unlikely ally to our group, being the cat, the golden retriever from earlier, the capybara, the ring-tailed lemur, and now a secretary bird. There's a nice little bit of comedy when the cat with the cat trying to stand like the secretary bird, only for it to fall into the water. I honestly love the secretary bird's reaction. Most movies don't use a specific shot for the poster, but this one does, and I love the way it's shot in the movie, even if I don't like how the shot came to be, with the lemur fighting with the secretary bird to get the trinket the lemur likes, even though I don't care for how the lemur is acting. The fact that the dogs that were chasing the cat with the golden retriever being jerks and taking its mirror only to break it was very rude, and I completely understand why the cat decided to climb the sale. Something else I love about this film is the sound design. From all the animal noises to the muffling of sound when underwater, simply awesome. I'm guessing the wounded Secretary Bird when the cat was near death or something. I'm not sure exactly what that scene was with them both floating and then the Secretary Bird just disappearing is about. If I'm right and the Secretary Bird died, please let me know in the comments. I love that the Golden Retriever and Lemur are the ones that save the capybara and the cat after the other dogs ran off to chase a rabbit, and then for the cat to find the whale after all the water disappeared. Overall, it's a fantastic animated film, and for one with no dialogue, it actually goes pretty quick. It's definitely one I will recommend. Now for some fun facts and trivia. The team was very adamant about in getting all the voices to be done by real animals, so they recorded real animals for the movie. To get the capybara sound, the sound engineer had to travel to a zoo and tickle capybaras. However, the real capybara sound did not match the personality that the capybara character would have, so instead they used a baby camel for that one. The entire movie had been created and rendered only using the free and open source software Blender. Because the budget of the film was so tight, there are no deleted scenes from the film. Every scene produced is in the final cut of the movie. The drawing of the cat from inside the house was drawn by director Gens Silva Lotus. It was the only concept art he ever made for the film, since everything else was modeled directly in Blender to save time. In a Q&A for the New Zealand International Film Festival, the director said that the animals were only ever referred to by their species, cat, retriever, etc. The animals were never named. The pet from sound designer Gurwal Koik was used for the sounds made by the main character cat, female orange cat named Mute. However, the recording process wasn't easy. She went mute for almost 2 months when she saw the microphone, making it harder for the sound designer to record her sounds. One day, when he was alone with his cat, Koik Gallus found an old microphone and decided to follow her with it, thus successfully recording all of the sounds for the main character in the film. This is the first independent film to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Film. The whale was originally planned to be based on a real whale, but it was designed to look more mythical. At the end of his Oscar acceptance speech, the director Gens Zilba Lotus said, "Yeah, we're all in the same boat. We must find ways to overcome our fears and work together." And that's it for my look at Flow, a film that speaks volumes without ever saying a word. Through its visuals, pacing, and emotional resonance, it reminds us that sometimes the most powerful journeys are the quietest ones. Thanks for watching Movies on the Brain. I'm Jayson, and I'll see you next time for more stories, spoken or silent, that stick with you long after the screen fades to black.